Your person is currently quiet, and although this silence might feel unsettling or distant, it is not without purpose. They are in a space of transition, one that requires stillness and introspection. At this time, they are moving toward a greater sense of inner stability, something they may not have had for quite some time. While you might be used to picking up on their energy intuitively, you may find it harder now to sense their presence or emotional state. That's not because they have pulled away emotionally, but rather because they are in the process of healing. They may be untangling themselves from a toxic karmic situation or a past that left emotional wounds, and this inner work often requires solitude. Even in the silence, however, the connection between you two remains strong. There is a magnetic pull they feel towards you, a gravitational force they can't ignore. You occupy a place in their mind and heart that no one else can reach. In their eyes, you embody both the magician and the empress. This means they see you as powerful, capable of manifesting your desires, grounded, nurturing, and in full alignment with your divine feminine or balanced self. You hold an aura of quiet confidence, and whether or not you are aware of it, they can feel you. You might sense them watching you or thinking of you, and you would be right. You live rent-free in their mind, not as a fleeting thought but as a deep, consistent presence. What they admire most about you is not just your strength, but the grace with which you carry it. You have cultivated deep self-respect, and because of this, others naturally respect you as well. You don't have to demand attention or assert your boundaries with loud declarations, your energy speaks for itself. Your presence is enough. And your person is deeply drawn to that. They are inspired by how you've evolved, how you've turned pain into wisdom, and how you now embody a sense of emotional clarity and purpose that wasn't always there before. This growth has not gone unnoticed. It's actually stirring something within them, something that is prompting them to grow as well. They know they can no longer approach this connection with immaturity or inconsistency. Your boundaries, which are now firm and non-negotiable, have become a mirror for them. They're being pushed to rise, to evolve out of old emotional patterns, and to meet you at your level. It's both humbling and inspiring for them. Your person is quietly planning to take action. Though their steps may be small or subtle at first, they are being taken with deep intention. They want to show you that they're serious, not just with words, but with actions that reflect consistency, presence, and care. They long to express their love in a way that is deeply tangible. For them, this might come through physical affection, quality time, or simply being there in ways they weren't before. Their love language could involve touch, closeness, and shared moments, and they want to create that space with you. Still, they understand that things are different now. You are no longer where you used to be emotionally. This time around, you're not rushing in with blind faith or an open heart unguarded. You've grown. You're more cautious, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. You've learned to recognize red flags and to honor your own emotional needs. You are standing in your power now, and you're no longer triggered by the same dynamics that may have once shaken you. You've done the work, and your energy reflects it. This transformation is not lost on them. If anything, it motivates them to move with more care and more patience. They understand that this connection cannot be rushed, forced, or re-entered with the same mindset that once created instability. They are learning to slow down, to become more intentional, and to meet you in the physical world with actions that are rooted in maturity and authenticity. There is a quiet determination within them, a willingness to wait, to grow, and to align themselves with the version of you that exists today. They see your worth, perhaps now more clearly than ever before. They recognize the rarity of your energy and the unique bond you share. And while their healing journey is not yet complete, it is being shaped by their desire to show up for you in a way that feels real and sustainable. This silence is not an absence, it is a recalibration. It is the space where growth is happening, where old wounds are being mended, and where the foundations for something more stable and genuine are being laid. This connection, though challenged and transformed, is not fading. It is simply evolving, slowly and meaningfully, into something that could very well become a lasting and grounded union, if both hearts continue to move forward with honesty, patience, and mutual respect. I don't even know where to begin, there's just so much that has been weighing on my mind lately. It feels like my thoughts have been running non-stop, circling around the same thing over and over again. You. Us. Everything we had. I can hardly concentrate on anything else because every part of me is still holding on to the memories, the emotions, the connection we shared. It's like no matter how much time passes, my heart keeps pulling me back to you. I want you. I need you back in my life. And not just because I miss you, but because I finally understand the depth of what we had and how much I took it for granted. I've done a lot of reflecting, and I now realize how much I placed the emotional weight of our relationship on your shoulders. I made you carry most of the burden, and I see now how unfair that was. I didn't show up the way I should have. I didn't fight for us the way you deserved. And for that, I am truly sorry. You gave your heart so openly, and I didn't always reciprocate with the same energy. I know now that love isn't just about saying the words, it's about actions, effort, and consistency. You deserved more from me, and our relationship deserved better. But I'm not the same person I used to be. I'm not okay with who I was back then. That version of me was distracted, unsure, and emotionally guarded. But growth happens in silence and pain, and I've been growing. I've been changing. This new version of me sees things more clearly. I've learned what it means to truly love someone, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. I want to show up for you the way you always showed up for me. I want to protect your heart, love you unconditionally, care for you deeply, and enjoy the beauty of life by your side. I want to create new memories with you, ones filled with laughter, peace, adventure, and a sense of home. You taught me more than you probably realize. Being with you helped me understand that life doesn't have to be lived according to anyone else's rules. You gave me the strength to take control of my life, to stop allowing others to dictate what I should want, what I should do, and who I should become. You helped me realize that I have the right to choose my own path, to follow my own heart. And most importantly, you made me feel like I was enough, just as I was, even when I couldn't see it myself. You gave me something no one else ever could, hope. Real, tangible hope for the future. For the first time in my life, I was able to picture a future that looked bright. A future I actually wanted. A future where I wasn't just surviving, but truly living, and all of it with you. You helped me see life differently. When I was with you, the world seemed less heavy, less confusing. Your love was a light in a place that used to feel so dark. I miss you. I miss your warm embrace, your sweet voice, your smile. I miss the comfort I found in your presence, the way just being near you made me feel safe. I miss the late night talks, the shared dreams, the way we used to laugh about the smallest things. I miss the way you believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. Before you came into my life, I was struggling silently. I was lost in what felt like an endless dark night of the soul. My own mind was working against me, feeding me thoughts of doubt and fear, constantly reminding me of everything I wasn't. I had become good at pushing people away, at building walls so no one could see how emotionally fragile I felt inside. I didn't want anyone to know how weak I felt, how afraid I was of being hurt or rejected. but you saw through all of that. You saw the real me, the broken, scared, imperfect version, and you stayed. You held space for me in a way no one else ever did. You gave me acceptance, compassion, and love. You didn't try to fix me, you just stood by me, and that alone began to heal parts of me I didn't think could be healed. You were my anchor in the storm, my light in the darkness, and my reminder that love can be safe, true, and transformative. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that my heart still beats for you. If there's even a small chance for us to find our way back to each other, I want to take it. I want to rebuild, not just for the sake of the past, but for the future we can still create together. I want to be the kind of partner you deserve, present, committed, and all in. So, here I am, open, honest, and vulnerable, letting you know that I still believe in us. I still believe in what we had and what we could be. No more excuses, no more fear. Just love. Pure, honest love. I'm ready now, and I hope, in time, you might be too. This is a time of deep reflection and inner transformation for your partner. They are standing at an emotional crossroads, quietly preparing to make a significant shift in your connection, one that moves beyond the surface and into deeper, more meaningful territory. While they may not express this openly just yet, the internal dialogue has already begun. They're starting to recognize the limitations of keeping things emotionally distant, and they are beginning to feel a pull towards something more profound, something real. Up until now, your partner has found comfort in keeping relationships light, simple, and on the surface. It was a form of emotional self-protection. By not letting anyone in too deeply, they avoided having to confront past trauma or emotional pain. This approach gave them a sense of control and predictability. They could maintain their independence, their image, and their routine without disruption. To the outside world, they seemed self-assured, desirable, and in command. Indeed, your partner is attractive in ways that draw people in effortlessly. They exude charisma, and many admire or even idolize them. People respect them, not only for how they present themselves, but for the boundaries they seem to masterfully maintain. But now, things are changing. Being with you has challenged everything they thought they knew about connection, vulnerability, and emotional safety. You're not someone who plays by the rules of shallow attachment. You are radiant, magnetic, and strikingly self-assured. Your beauty goes far beyond appearance, it's in your confidence, your resilience, and your unwillingness to settle for less than emotional honesty. You don't just seek love, you seek depth, truth, and a partner who is emotionally courageous enough to face their own shadows. You live with intention. You lead with clarity. You keep yourself 10 steps ahead, not out of fear, but out of a deep understanding of people and situations. And that makes you incredibly rare. To your partner, you are both intimidating and captivating. You represent the very thing they didn't know they were missing. For perhaps the first time, they've encountered someone who doesn't just mirror their strengths but also holds up a mirror to their vulnerabilities. With you, they can no longer hide behind charm or superficial closeness. You see beyond the mask. You've shown them that real love isn't about avoiding pain, it's about moving through it with someone who won't abandon you when it gets hard. This realization has stirred something powerful in them. They're beginning to understand that emotional depth doesn't have to mean chaos or loss of control. Instead, it can be grounding, transformative, and even healing. And they're starting to believe that you may be the person who can walk with them through that transformation. The fear is still there, of course, fear of letting go, of getting hurt, of not being enough. But there's also a growing courage within them. A part of them is awakening to the possibility of what this connection could become if they fully embraced it. You, on the other hand, are not interested in halfway connections. You've grown past the stage of entertaining anything that doesn't honor your emotional and spiritual standards. You're not looking for perfection, but you do seek integrity, vulnerability, and a willingness to grow. When it comes to matters of the heart, you don't just want a partner, you want a co-creator. Someone who doesn't run when things get uncomfortable. Someone who chooses loyalty and honesty not just when it's easy, but especially when it's not. You don't fear intensity, you embody it. And that makes you incredibly powerful in love. Your partner knows this. And though it may overwhelm them at times, it also draws them in like nothing else ever has. They admire your strength, your presence, and your unwavering standards. They may not yet know exactly how to rise to your level, but they are slowly beginning to realize that staying where they are, comfortable yet unfulfilled, will no longer be enough. They are starting to believe that you are the only one who truly understands their unspoken desires and the depth of their hidden emotions. To them, you are not just a romantic interest, you are a catalyst. A mirror. A muse. In their heart, they feel that only you can meet them on the level where their deepest fantasies and most sacred needs reside. You ignite something in them they cannot explain, and they are beginning to understand that this connection might be the one that redefines love for them entirely. While the road ahead may not be smooth or predictable, it promises to be transformative, if they are brave enough to take that next step. And quietly, they are preparing to do just that.